this money, I'm counting it up. Feel like Tom Brady, I went to the Bucks. Went straight to the money, it's never enough. Benjamin faking face all on my dough. Chop with his stick, man, you don't want no woe. Can't be laid up, man.
What is up, everybody? And Lucia 89 here, Nick Lucia here, coming back with my Week 3 NFL DraftKings Daily Fantasy Picks for Week 3 NFL football. Let's get into it. This is the NFL 1.75 million play action, 100K to first, $3 entry. Let's get into it. I'm not hiding anything. I just play this game for fun. I do not condone any gambling. You know, if I hit the million, I hit the million. But, you know, I'm just paying to play this fun game here. So, this is my first look. My first look at the lineup. At the top, we got Russell Wilson for quarterback. I'm going to be targeting this Dallas Seahawks game. I think it is going to be a high-scoring game. I do think it's going to be close. I don't think it's going to be too high-scoring, but the ones that are going to get in the end zone are going to be the ones like Tyler Lockett and the receivers here for Seattle. Dak they can both get there on the ground. But if you're going to pay up out of these two quarterbacks in this game, I would go Russell Wilson here. I think Seattle's going to win this by a touchdown or more. Give me Russ Wilson here. You can possibly stack him with Lockett and DK Metcalf. If you go with Dak here, I would stack him with CeeDee Lamb and Cooper Amari. I would fade. I'll fade anyone else there right now. Moving on, we got Josh Allen going up against the Rams. I would fade that play altogether. Kyler Murray is a good play here at 6,800 if you want to save some money from those top tier. Going up against Detroit, this could be another 30-point fantasy football game for Kyler Murray. You can pair him with Hopkins and Christian Kirk and Fitzgerald. Moving on, Cam Newton going up against the Raiders. I think this might be a smash play here at 6,700. This is one of my favorites. I'm going to be stacking this game as well as the Arizona-Detroit game. But let's go down the list here. Let's look at Matt Ryan going up against Chicago. You know, you can't really... 27 and 28 fantasy points. I think he's going to stay right around that range. Not a bad play here. Facing a tougher matchup this week might be their toughest. But I think they're going to win this game. They need to win this. I think Matt Ryan finds the end zone 3 times. If he can get over 400 yards and 3 touchdowns, this is going to be a smash play here. Deshaun Watson going up against Pittsburgh. I'm going to fade it. I'm sure a lot of people are going to fade it, so that could be a good contrary play. But Big Ben and Deshaun Watson here, I think Big Ben's the better of the two. I think it's going to be close, but Steelers are going to win by a touchdown. Big Ben's going to help them get there. Moving down, you got Matt Stafford, a good play on that other side of that Detroit-Arizona game. I believe Kenny Galladay's coming back, so that would be a good play there. You can also stack him with the tight end, Hawkinson. Moving down the list, we got Joe Burrow here at 6,200. I like paying down for quarterbacks, so we're going to try to find some value down here. We got Joe Burrow, Cincinnati, Philly. That's going to be another game I'm going to target. 3 touchdowns last game. You can pair him up with A.J. Green, and that will not be a bad play there. If you just want to do a small stack with him and A.J. Green, maybe find some other good wide receivers. You got Tom Brady, Tampa Bay, Denver. I like this play here at 6,100. I like the price. I think he's going to get his value, reach his value here. But I do not want to play this game. I think it's going to be low scoring. Moving on. Phillip Rivers going up against the Jets. I'm not going to target this Phillip Rivers just yet. I still want him to develop a little. 19 and 11 points. I think he's going to stay right around that range. Moving on. Tannehill, Tennessee going up against Minnesota. This could be a very good play here. I like this play at this range. Going up against Minnesota, who's just been torched the last 2 weeks in the air. And Tannehill could get a couple yards on the ground. But I like Tannehill here for 5,900. This might be one of my plays of the week. Let's just put him in there for now, and let's see if we can find any more value. We got Carson Wentz in a must-win situation at 5,800. I still don't trust him. We got Herbert here, 5,900 against Carolina. This could be a good play here. Only one TD and still able to get 26 points. He ran one in and threw one in the air. I think he gets 3 touchdowns in the air this week. This could be a good play at 5,900. He also has some weapons there. So I'm going to take Tannehill off. I'm going to go with Herbert right now at the same price. A lot of people might go to that Tennessee game since Minnesota has been getting torched. So I'm going to go with the Herbert play here. Actually, give me the Minnesota. Give me Tannehill. That's what I want right now. Moving down the list. We got Trubisky going up against Atlanta. Could be a smart play at 5,700. I think he gets 20 fantasy points here. Not too bad of a play on this high-scoring game if you want to get the other side of that game. Carson Wentz, like I said, I would do Carson Wentz and 2 tight ends if you're going that route. Baker Mayfield going up against Washington. I am going to fade here. Garoppolo might be out. Taylor out. Goff not trusting against Buffalo. Daniel Jones against San Francisco. Maybe I just like Daniel Jones too much here from what he did last year. I think he's going to have a breakout game, and this could be the week going up against that beaten up San Francisco defense. Now we have Kirk Cousins going to fade. Derek Carr going to fade against that New England defense. I think he throws 2 interceptions this week. Doesn't have a good game as last week. Last week might have been an outlier for him. Got Jeff Driscoll here. Could be a smart value play at 5,300. But I think that Tampa Bay defense is underrated. I don't think Derek Carr is going to have an as good of a game as last year. You got last week. You got Haskins down here. You got Bridgewater. Could be 2 good plays. 2 good value plays. Sam Darnold might be a value smash here. If he gets you 20 points this week against Indy, that's good, but I still think that Indy D is pretty good. I don't want to match up Sam Darnold against that Indy defense. Alright, moving on to running back. At the top, we have Christian McCaffrey on the IR. So we have Ezekiel Elliott leading off at 8,300. This is going to be a good game here. I want to smash. I want to get as much Elliott as I can in that game. Derrick Henry going against Minnesota. He gets the carries if you want someone reliable, but I don't think he's a smash play this week. I think they're going to do it more in the air against Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, on the other hand, could be a better play here. It's 21 and 17 points. Give me Dalvin Cook, but I'm going to try to find more value at running back so I can get some good pass catchers here and maybe pay up at tight end. Actually, I do like Dalvin. Let's try to get Dalvin in there. Going back to running back to finish off. If you can get these 2 in, you're good. I don't think Jacobs is going to have as good of a game against New England. A better matchup this week. New England still got a good defense. I'm passing on Jacobs this week. Taylor against the Jets, passing. I don't think he's going to have. I think he's going to get you 14 to 15 fantasy points, but I think there's more value for a cheaper price. Chubb, I'm going to pass against Washington. I think this is a good play here at 6,800, going up against Carolina. Austin Eckler. He could smash the slate. He could be a slate breaker going up against Carolina, who's already struggling against the run, and he also catches out the backfield, catches a lot of passes. But I like this James Conner pick here. Out of these 3 right here, I would go James Conner going up against Houston. He can do it on the ground. He can do it out of the backfield. I only saw 2 targets. He's averaging, he saw 4 targets and 2 targets. I think he sees an uptick there. maybe 5 or 6 out the backfield. Steelers do like to stay consistent, but I do see them maybe trailing from behind here in the second or third quarter, and trying to fight back with some passing. Moving down the line, we got Miles Sanders going up against Cincinnati. This is a must-play of the week. This is a lock. I mean, I wouldn't say a lock of the week, but I would say a must-play in over the field in your lineups. I'm going to try to smash him in there as well. It says this position's already filled. Okay, Sanders right there. There we go. Good. Going back to running back, though. Moving down the list, Carson's a good play at 6,600. I think he gets value there, but he's not going to be a slate breaker. Fournette, I don't think he's going to have an as good a game as last week. I don't know what they're doing there, if they want Fournette or if they want who's their other running back there? Jones. Jones' price dropped, so I'm just going to fade both of them. Kareem Hunt against Washington could get another 15. I think Kareem is the better play here. Hunt over Chubb if you're playing that game. Going down the list, we got Drake. Could be a good play here at 6,000 if you're trying to get value at running back. Could get 20 points here or more fantasy points this week. I think this is the week he can do it against Detroit. Out of the last 3 weeks, this would be the best week to play Drake. Mixon against Philly, I think it's a good play, safe to get, you have 10 to 15 fantasy points, but I'm going to pass. Passing on Gurley. Gordon here against Tampa Bay. This could be all their offense has right now. I like Gordon here. Good play for the value at 5,800, but I like Sanders over that. I might take Cook out and add Gordon. Let's do that real quick. But I want to get some... Actually, I want to run that Tennessee-Minnesota game back. So give me Dalvin there. But that is a good play if you want to play Melvin Gordon. We got Montgomery going up against Atlanta. He's going to get you 15 fantasy points. Might get in the end zone if you're lucky. Pass. Dion Lewis is going to be their starter, I believe, going up against San Fran. Could be a sneaky play here. Dion did it in the past before where he had 20, 30 fantasy points. Could be a sneaky slate breaker, but I think a lot of people are going to be on that because of the injury. But then again, you might have some fades because it is San Francisco. But Dion could be a good contrary play at 5,300. Moving on, I don't like anything else. Mike Davis, he did see a lot of red zone looks, a lot of rushes inside the 5. He could fall in the end zone twice and smash value for 5,100. Kelly here. Kelly's seen a lot inside for only 5,000. This could be a better play than Eckler. If you're trying to fade Eckler and do something different in that game, because Kelly could be the one that goes off in that game. The more I think about it, I just can't fade Sanders. I might come back to this and throw Kelly in there over Sanders. But moving down, we got Swift against Arizona. Not a bad play for 5,000. Out of these three in the 5,000, I would go Kelly, Swift, Jones, just like they're in order. Gallman could be a maybe possibility. Naheem Hines, 14 fantasy points averaging last week. Didn't do much. I don't really know what they're doing there. It looks like they're leaning Taylor, but Hines could have a bounce-back game against the Jets. Might be throwing from behind. Benny Snell, going to pass. I think Connor's the guy there. The Steelers are not really showing any other hands. We got Gibson going up against Cleveland. This could be a good... If this is the week to play Gibson, this is the week here against Cleveland. I would play Gibson for 4,700. I don't really like anything else down here. So we're going to move on to wide receiver. Trying to speed these up. Just seems like I'm covering everyone. I'm going to try to skip over some players. Alright, we got Hopkins at the top. Going up against Detroit. You can't pass Hopkins up. But I'm going to pass him up. I think he is the safest play of the week. He's going to get you 20 to 30 fantasy points. I don't think I'm going to be able to get him in my lineups, but let's try for a minute. We got Julio and Calvin. I would go Calvin over Julio. I think this kid is the truth. I'm try to get him in there, but I don't think we're going to have enough, so I'm going to take him off. I might have to go Ridley over Hopkins, and I'm fine with that. We got Diggs. I'm going to fade Diggs this week. Thielen, I'm going to fade Thielen this week. I mean, you can play him. He might have a bounce back week. He's going to get you 8 targets. It's just a matter if he finds the end zone against Tennessee. I think they're going to double cover him and force the ball elsewhere. Moving on. We got Mike Evans, Tampa Bay. Great play here, and Godwin's back. So any one of these two could be good. Juju's a good play. I'm just going to stay away from this range, though. You got Cooper here, Dallas at Seahawks. These are where everyone's going to be going this week. I'm going to have to get some of this game, so I want to try to squeeze Lockett in there. I'm going to have to find value. I'm just going to go to defense real quick. I like this Jets defense going up against Indy for 2,000. Even if they get me 6 fantasy points, it's not going to be a total loss. But I need the value this week. And at wide receiver, I'm just going to target this game to pair him up with my quarterback. I like Corey Davis here at 5,200, but I like Adam Humphries at 3,900. And at tight end, I like Jonnu Smith at 5,200. But I'm 2,900 over. So I'm going to have to switch the Sanders pick. Find some value at running back. Now let's look at value at wide receiver here. Or wait, I'm still in this game. My fault, as I was. Okay, let's look at some value here. Still on this game. All games. Alright. So I'm left with 3,500 on the board. Let's get back to the wide receivers first. A lot of people are going to be in this zone right here. So I'm going to fade this zone. Find some value elsewhere at receiver. Allen Robinson, not bad. Edelman, not bad. Going up against the Raiders. This could be a good pick at 6,200. This zone right here is really good from Evans all the way down to Woods. Great zone right here, but I'm going to fade all of them because I think there's value this week at receiver. You got AJ Green at 6,000. I think he's going to find the end zone once, maybe twice. I'm going to fade Fuller. Allen's a good pick here at 6,100. This is where the good picks are going to come. A.J. Brown's questionable. He might return, so I might have to change his Humphries. But I'm going to have to keep it at Humphries for the value. Terry McLaurin might be my value play, my mid-range play of the week. 5,900 going up against Cleveland. I think he smashes here. I might have to fade this game completely. Add Terry McLaurin in there. Moving down the list. We got Boyd, we got Jones, all these plays. John Brown, Faden. T.Y. Hilton could have a good game going up against the Jets. He might be the one that finds the end zone. I like Landry here over Odell this week. I'm fading Gallup, but he could be a good contrary play at 5,400. I think a lot of people are going to fade him and go to CD. This could be the week to go to Gallup over CD. But I like Corey Davis here. I think he's going to eat this week. Plugging Corey Davis in. Back to wide receivers. Back down to the list. We still got some more. We got a lot of value here. Russell Gage. If we're going to go anyone in this game, give me Russell Gage in the Seattle game. I like Russell Gage in this range right here. Kendrick Bourne, no. Slayton, I might go back to Slayton at 4,900. Went to him last week. And I went to Miller last week. They both disappointed, but this could be a good bounce back game. Larry Fitzgerald is going to get you what he gets you. Amendola, I don't like anything really in this range. Harry could be a good play here going up against Las Vegas. We've seen Cam and Harry connecting. Last week he had 12 targets, 6 targets week 1. I think this is a great play. He's going to be in my Cam stacks. Rieger can play. These are all good plays here. Let's see some value due to injury. Who do we got down here? We got Chase Claypool, 3,700. Had a big touchdown last week for the Steelers. He's going to be in my Steeler lineups. But I'll show you the value of the week. Hopefully not a lot of people are going to be on him because he is going to be in a lot of my lineups. Let me just search him by team here. Please give me a like and subscribe right now to the channel. He is KJ Hamler, 3,000. Value here, value here, value here. He could find the end zone and see a lot of targets. He saw an uptick in targets last week at 7, only caught 3. I think he is a good, might be the value pick of the week here at 3,000. But let's see if I can move some things around, because if I get that at 3,000, I can go up at defense. I still got to talk tight ends. Defense this week, I like the Steelers. I like the Titans. I like the Chargers. I like the Rams. This is a good defense. Washington. Like the Seahawks. And I like the Jets down here. I'm going to keep the Jets. Maybe let's see if I could come up from Hamler. I got 3,500. I got Ross for Philly. No, no, no. Kiki Kuti. No. Nah, I'm not seeing anything. Inman saw a little bit of promise. Bird, possibly. Saw 9 targets. I like Bird here. Let me see Bird here. Let's enter it. And thank you very much. Tight ends this week. Sorry I didn't get to them, but I'm just getting wore out. I need to get used. I need to break this down a little bit better. So that's it for today. Subscribe. Thank you.